The college football playoffs, which is what we were talking about, the college football playoffs ranking show comes out tonight. Here's how we would vote if we were on the selection committee. It is Brown's ranking, Lance's. I'll go first. I flick Ohio State back over Michigan. I had Michigan at 2 last week. I'm just worried about Blake Corum not being 100%. So with Blake Corum's not 100%, I like Ohio State at 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4, SC is 5 for me, LSU is 6. Why do you have SC at 5, LT? Go. Give me your rankings.
No, that's I've got Georgia at 1. I've got Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4, SC 5. I feel like SC's a little bit better than TCU, but they're undefeated. So I've still got to, hold them accountable for that. And I move LSU up. I know what Tennessee did to LSU, but I can't get out of my mind what I just saw from Tennessee.
Okay, Brown, why do you have Tennessee? Explain your rankings there.
And we discussed this yesterday. You and I discussed it Saturday night. I don't know where Lance is on this. Tennessee beat LSU head-to-head. I got them in front of LSU. I think it's pretty simple, cut and dry. Yeah. I don't know how else you do it. They're both 2-loss teams. Tennessee, they literally played them in Baton Rouge, ran them out of the stadium. That's why I've got Tennessee in front of them.
Yeah, I think I'm just still shocked by what happened.
I'm stunned by what happened. But there again, I saw that game, though, Tennessee and LSU. I mean, literally ran them out of Tiger Stadium.
I don't think it matters. I think
it doesn't matter because if LSU wins out, they'll jump Tennessee.
Yeah, I think we're down to 6 teams.
So you're pleading insanity? Is that what you're doing on your poll? If we're in a courtroom, you're like, I'm not guilty for reasons of insanity. I'm still in shock.
All right, Spencer Rattler has thrown off this entire football season.
Can I? He really did, didn't he? So all of us have Michigan 3rd. Do all of us believe that Michigan falls below TCU and USC as long as TCU and USC win?
If Ohio State wins that game by 14 plus, yeah.
Okay, so if it's a tie.
So ask the question again so I make sure I hear you right.
Okay, we're talking football right now.
Okay, yes.
Okay, Michigan is 3rd. Do we believe if TCU and USC win the rest of their games that Michigan falls below them?
TCU for sure, and that's where the discussion becomes. USC with 1 loss and Michigan with 1 loss. The whole playoff discussion comes down to USC versus the Michigan-Ohio State loser to me.
Well, see, and I look at that and I say USC, A, is a conference champion, which that gives them 1 point, however you look at that, 1 data point, I think is what they say, that Michigan cannot have. So that's 1. Number 2, who's got the better resume in your mind, USC or Michigan?
I think USC would have better wins, but Michigan has the better loss. USC's loss is to a 3-loss Utah team on the road. Yep. Michigan's loss is to an unbeaten Ohio State on the road.
Hope to goodness we give more credit to wins than we do losses.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen here is Michigan was in last year, not being a conference champion. If that's the way it plays out, and SC is, they want a Pac-12 team. A Pac-12 team has not been in this since 16. They want some West Coast flavor.
Yeah, I think the tie would go to USC.
I would agree. Yeah. So I think with a Michigan loss, if USC or either Michigan, Ohio State, doesn't matter. I ask you that, Ohio State, what if they lose at home?
See, it's a different. I mean, Ohio State's a different look. It's got Alabama, Georgia-like street cred. People look at the roster and say, that's one of the best rosters in the country. We're going to keep the best roster in the country on an even playing field. 1 loss, out. Now, that's a home loss, not a road loss.
That's right.
And I think that is judged differently. And I don't think it's a given that Michigan is out over USC. Michigan was a playoff team last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're going to start penalizing people. Now, Michigan had I think is the 2nd worst out-of-conference.
Terrible out-of-conference schedule. Terrible.
Okay, so you can be penalized for that. But I can't be penalized, I personally don't think, for the rest of the Big Ten sucking. I mean, how can you hold me accountable if I'm Michigan if the rest of the Big Ten sucks? And USC's out-of-conference game is a built-in rivalry game with Notre Dame. And who else have they played out-of-conference?
Out-of-conference, Fresno, and Rice.
Their quality wins are coming by the fact that the Pac-12 is a better conference top to bottom this year than the Big Ten is.
Yeah, so that should matter.
Yeah, look.
But why am I going to be punished if I'm Michigan? I can't coach the other people.
I hate it, but conference, the strength of conference has to play into this.
I say that about Gonzaga every year. I said it about Boise back in the day.
And I think you've
can't help
made
who
the
you're
same
playing.
argument about the SEC before, right? That it's a better conference, so those teams should be viewed different because they're in a better conference. I think it's got to play into it.
I'm just playing a Michigan perspective
Okay.
here. How
Well,
can I make the rest of my conference better?
You can't, but you're going to end the season if you lose to Ohio State with one top 25 win. That is it. Penn State. That's it. One top 25 win.
Yeah.
What does that do for me?
And
if I'm the
Clemson
committee?
can make the same argument, by the way. They're not mentioned in this discussion mainly because they got drilled by Notre Dame. But
Right.
if that game had been closer, a road loss to Notre Dame, Clemson would be punished by the fact that the rest of the ACC is sucking this year.
And if USC does in fact win out, they are going to finish the season with 4 top 25 wins.
Yeah, because the
4-1.
Pac-12 is a better conference
Okay,
top to bottom.
then you've
this
answered
year.
my question. I put USC in. I mean, I think if you make that argument, then yeah, USC had 4 top 25 wins in a tougher conference. Michigan had 1 in a lesser conference. I got to go USC there.